Hello guys, welcome back. Happy 2026. It's wild to me that I'm saying that because I feel like I was just making a video and saying happy 2025, but here we are, it's 2026. It's a month into the year now, and I wanted to sit down and talk about some books that I've been reading. So first off, 2 weeks ago, I listened to Anathema by Carrie Lake, and this is a 20-hour audiobook. I listened to this in 2 days. So that says a lot about it. I was very, very invested. It was so atmospheric and just the perfect gothic fantasy. And the narrators were so good. I could not stop listening to this book. And the second book's already out, but I just learned that the audiobook for the second one is being released March 30th. So I kind of want to wait to listen to the audiobook because I loved the first one so much. But yeah, 5 out of 5 stars for Anathema. I thought it was amazing. I'm so excited to read the second one. As for what I'm currently reading, I'm listening to A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. This is what it looks like. I often listen to audiobooks very quickly. Sometimes I'll bump it up to even like 2 times the normal speed. But for this book, I felt like the writing was so beautiful and the prose were just so poetic that I bumped the speed back to the normal 1x because I really wanted to like savor everything about this book. This book is about a dancer who works for a king, and she is accused of murder and is thrown into prison. And the story starts out with her being taken out of prison. The king makes a deal with her that if she can get into this event that's like a festival between all of the different countries as a performer and spy for him, then she can gain her freedom back and be like wiped clean of all of her charges. So that's what it's about. I am really, really loving this. And not to mention the cover is beautiful. I almost went to the bookstore just to buy it, but I'm holding out. I want to read the whole thing before I purchase it just to make sure it's one that I really, really want, because I'm trying my best not to buy so many books this year and to really only buy the ones that I really love. And then I also started the book Daggermouth by H.M. Wolfe. This is on Kindle Unlimited, and this is a adult dystopian. I feel like adult dystopian are really such hit and miss for me. I read Silver Elite and I didn't really like it that much last year. So that was the last dystopian book that I read, and I thought I would give this one a go. And I have to say, I am very, very drawn in. I am halfway through this book. I think I read like 4 or 5 hours straight yesterday just of this book. This story is about a girl who's a mercenary, and there are these different circles of society. There's the elite, there's a middle circle, and then there's like the borderland scum circle. And the main character comes from the borderlands, and she's a mercenary, and she gets hired to murder the son of the president. So that's kind of the premise of the story. It's been kind of interesting jumping back and forth between Daggermouth and A Dance of Lies, because Daggermouth definitely fits into the like book talk, books you couldn't put down kind of situation, where sometimes I feel like the Kindle Unlimited books are really just trying to like hit you with any sort of plot twist and just keep you reading. But after listening to A Dance of Lies, where I just feel like the story's a bit slower, I'm listening to it at a slower pace, and I'm really savoring like each line, like every sentence is just, the writing is just so beautiful. It's definitely quite opposite. These books are quite opposite from each other. But I am enjoying both of them. I'm going to keep reading them, and I'm thinking that I'm going to go to the bookstore because That's what we do here. 2026, time to browse around, find some new books. I actually want to clean out my bookshelf because there's a few books that I didn't really love and I don't want to keep them. I might as well donate them so I have more space for the books that I do really like. So let's clean out my bookshelf, donate some books, and maybe even go book shopping. I also got these flare leggings recently, and they are so comfortable, and I just think they look really cute with a little sweater. So this is my outfit to do some book shopping. So I just checked my Barnes & Noble, and they don't have A Dance of Lies in stock. I know I said I wasn't going to buy it until I finish it, but the cover is just so beautiful. It's very tempting. Well, maybe this is a sign that I'm not supposed to buy it yet, but I still really want to go to the bookstore just because it is my happy place and I haven't been in a while. So let's go to Barnes & Noble. I just got out of Barnes & Noble and there's a book that I really, really want to read. It's called The Everlasting by Alex Harrow or something like that. The inside map and the front cover is so beautiful. It's so like elegant, and I feel like sometimes fantasy maps can be like really thick and kind of hard to read, but this one was just so like thin lines, clear font, and I am definitely a sucker for some good fantasy maps. So I'm sold. I want to read that book. I actually think I'm going to see if it's on Libby. It is on Libby, and I can borrow it right now. So I'm going to do that. And I know I'm like in the middle of 2 other books, but it's just so tempting to start another one. I have a problem. I have a real problem with reading like too many books at the same time. But yeah, I think I'm going to check this out. I think I'm going to start it because I have no self-control. I've just sat down to put some nail strengthener on my nails. I've been using the Opie Nail MV, and the reason I'm using this is because I decided when we went to Taiwan that I wanted to get gel nails, and I've gotten gel nails a few times before, and so I went to the salon. I got a really pretty red color, and my nails were the longest they've ever been in like my whole life. I just never grow my nails out very long, so I decided let's get some nice nails for this trip. So it was all great until I came home from that trip and it started to chip. And having had gel nails before in the past, I knew that if I didn't go to the salon and have them take them off, I was gonna like pick at it. And it's really, really bad for your nails to like peel gel polish off. It just peels the whole top layer of your nail off with it. So I went to the nail salon and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be really good about this. I'm not gonna pick at it. I went to the salon and I told them I wanted to have the polish removed, and the girl that did my nails and had done my nails a few times before wasn't there. So they were like, oh, is it okay if this other girl does your removal? And I was like, sure, that's fine, whatever. So she goes to remove the polish. They soak your nails in acetone and then they file it down. Well, she filed my nails down so much. By the time I walked out of that salon, my nails were thin as paper and like so bendy. I went to wash my hands afterward, and because my nails were still long but really, really thin, it is like the most icky feeling to have nails that bend like that, especially when they're so long. So I immediately came home and just clipped them as short as I could, and I have been growing them out since October. It has been a journey. They're almost grown out. There's just kind of like the tips left. Even if I just let them grow out like a millimeter, they bend, they rip. It just hasn't been the best. So not gonna do that again. If you have a nail person that you like, I just suggest you don't change nail people if you can help it. Don't go to someone new if you found someone that's good, because my nails were absolutely destroyed after that. So yeah. I read online that a lot of people really liked the OP nail strengthener to help heal their nails after various different gel incidents. So I got it in October and I've been using it pretty consistently. I don't really feel like it's healed my nails, but it does help just add more layers, especially when they were so thin, to give it more like substance. When I got out of that salon, my nails were like really dark pink because the nail was so thin above the skin that the skin was just like right there, like right under the surface, and low-key like kind of painful sometimes if I put my hands under like hot water. I know I probably could have like gone back to the salon and complained or gotten like a refund for my nails, but I'm not a confrontational person, so I've just been growing them out and I will not be going back to that salon. Okay, while I wait for my nails to dry, let's talk about some books. So I did borrow The Everlasting from Libby, and I'm really gonna try not to start that until I finish reading Daggermouth. I just really want to finish and focus on one story at a time, and I'm always gonna have like an audiobook and a physical book, so I'm gonna wait to read my Libby Kindle version of The Everlasting until I'm done with Daggermouth. I'm like 70 or 75% through Daggermouth, so I think I can finish it within like the next couple days, maybe, depending on how busy I am with work and just how much free time I have. I also want to go through my bookshelves and just take out some of the books that I didn't really love, free up some space, and give those books a new home. So I'm gonna do that, and I will also do like a little mini book unhaul and just run through those books that I will be giving away with you guys. And yeah, of course, I'm gonna do that after my fingernails dry. That is the plan for today. My candle fell. Hope it didn't break. I don't have enough hands to put it up. Oh my gosh. I can't decide if I should keep these two or donate them. I don't know. I'll think about it. I will think about it. And I'm back for now. Okay, so the books I am definitely getting rid of for sure are Bonecryer's Moon and Bonecryer's Dawn. I read these about a year ago and I enjoyed them, but I think it's just time to let someone else read them. And so yeah, these are gonna be going. And then I'm also gonna donate To Kill a Shadow and Heavenly Bodies. And I know that I just bought these, but I will be honest with you, I didn't really love either of them. So they're gonna go. There's a couple more books that I can't decide if I'm gonna keep or not, so I need to think about those a little bit more. But I'm gonna go to the library. They just have like a drop-off donation slot, so I'm gonna go drop those off at the library and yeah, just free up some space on my shelf. Okay guys, I finally got around to dropping off those books at the library, and I also finished reading Daggermouth. I have some thoughts. I would give this maybe like a 3.5, bordering 4 stars, mostly because I feel like this is the first adult dystopian that really felt like adult to me. I read Silver Elite last year, which is another adult dystopian, and I didn't really like it that much because I felt like the characters seemed a little immature to me. And the thing with Daggermouth is that these characters are all like in their 30s. So they're not like teenagers, they're not even like young adult in their 20s, they're like in their 30s. And in a dystopian world where everything truly has kind of like fallen apart, the characters in this book are pretty much willing to do anything for survival and have done some like really horrible, awful things. And I don't want to say that I liked that, but I felt like that was more like true to what would happen in a dystopian world. Like, I'm sure a lot of horrible, bad things would happen. And when people are in survival mode, they're not going to be like the most empathetic, caring people, you know? Like, you're just trying to live and survive. So I did like that the characters had all done really bad things and are kind of just trying to live with that fact and deal with that as adults. I also really liked the multiple points of views and kind of like following the story from different people's perspectives. And yeah, I read this in just a couple of days. I couldn't put it down, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I have had a very chaotic reading week. I was gonna start The Everlasting, still haven't even opened it. And I randomly picked up Realm Breaker again by Victoria Aveyard. I bought this book a couple years ago and I only read half of it. And I was randomly looking at my bookshelf and I was like, man, I should really finish that. So I picked this up again and I am very, very slowly reading it. All right, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's slightly chaotic reading vlog, and I will see you guys again very soon.